Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to That's Football, your latest football news. I tell you what, we've got two fantastically interesting stories around Jack Grealish and Lewandowski and English clubs. Also, I feel like Jim White, Sky Sports, Cristiano Ronaldo to Barcelona with Messi. I mean, who knows? But look, that is a story we've got to talk about. A lot of other things as well in relation to England and the Euros, but we'll be starting off with this Jack Grealish story. I mean, he's going to go somewhere this summer. What an exciting player. But as you can see in the top left-hand corner, we're proud to say that today's show is sponsored by BT. As we've all seen from BT, they create unrivaled coverage of the world's most amazing sporting events, and I personally love the coverage of the Europa League, and more importantly, the Champions League, which is where Manchester United will be next season. Not only is their broadcast always top quality, but I really love the unique features on the BT Sports Enhanced player, which has awesome features like in-game highlights, bespoke camera angles, and also the 360-degree view that gives you the best seats in the house. If football's not your thing, well, then I'm not sure why you are watching this channel, but if it's not, then BT have tons of other amazing sports like UFC, top-level boxing, rugby union, WWE, just to name a few. You can even watch fishing if you really want to. BT's packages do not just end with sport though, they have awesome deals across broadband, mobile and TV, so they can cover you with whatever entertainment need or platform you want. So what are you waiting for? If you want to see the best sports coverage of your team anywhere in the UK, hit the link below and sign up to BT today. Thanks again to BT for sponsoring this stream. Now let's get on with the show and let's talk about Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish now a target for Chelsea. Remember last week we were talking about Manchester City. I mean, look, I wasn't happy. Check my match reaction last night. I wasn't happy with the substitution of Jack Grealish in the second half by Southgate, and I'm somewhat dubious and sceptical as to what Southgate's got planned next Tuesday night. We've got both watch-alongs today. We've got the Spain group at 5 o'clock. That's massively interesting. We'll be watching both games. And then 8 o'clock tonight. Mouth-watering. Mouth-watering. There's no dish my wife can well, there is one dish that would be mouth-watering, but that's not for this show. But this is the oh, I'll tell you what, my mind's wandered. Holiday. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Portugal, France tonight. What a game that is, and what a group that's going to be. Two fantastic games, but England will play one of those teams next Tuesday, and hopefully Jack Grealish will play in that game, because what we saw in the first half is what I know about Jack Grealish, and what any fan of Jack Grealish knows, is that at any level I believe he's a game changer. At any level I think he can win you free kicks, he can hold on to the ball, he can make things happen, and he did that last night. It was a delightful cross, brilliant goal by Sterling, because the cross was so good, and that's what Grealish brings. And I tell you what, the only issue with Jack Grealish is the price tag. But what was the contract he signed at Villa last year? Because I'm convinced that Manchester United did want him last summer. They didn't get him. I think Grealish thought that offer was going to come in and he would be coming to United. And I think Grealish, as much as he loves Villa, he knows that he needs to play Champions League football. I'd be stunned if he signed a long-term contract at Villa without some sort of clause in there about, look, if these clubs offer this much, you can go. So I think that, that's... Yeah, I'm doing a bit of Birmingham because that's Jack Grealish, But at the end of the day, Man City last week, Chelsea now. Chelsea looking at Jack Grealish. Now, Man City versus Chelsea, I think is going to be... Well, it was in the Champions League, and I think it's going to be in the league next year, the really big battle. Grealish... I mean, do Chelsea need Grealish? I mean, I think he's better than Werner. I think him and Mount together would be very interesting. One from the left, one from the right behind a striker, because Chelsea sort of do that, don't they? They do like the back five and then a two and then a two and then a one. And I think Grealish for the left and Mount to the right, that would work really well. But obviously they've got Havertz. They could play Havertz as the 9. I think Grealish at Chelsea works as much as he'd work at City. Certain players would have to come out the City side. I want him at United. I just don't think we're going to be anywhere near that deal. But I'm not surprised. I don't think that Man City will have a free run at Grealish. I think there's a lot of clubs that would like to go to him. And I think as long as he doesn't go to Arsenal and waste his career, we can all sleep easy. But he's a fantastic talent. And, he's one of those players that I look at and go, look, whoever gets him, well done. Because I just think he's going to be a fantastic player. And I think he's matured at Villa. He's a Villa lad. And I'm sure he would love to stay at Villa. But it's... I've spoken to Villa fans and they're like, we desperately want to keep him, but at some point, that they might have to let him go and use the money themselves. But look, he's a player that's ready. He's mid-20s, he's ready to go and perform, and I think he's got his head right. I think he's consistent, and I think he's a great asset. And look, maybe there will be a bit of a bidding war, because I think what you get with Grealish is a guaranteed Premier League performer. Very excited to see where he's going to end up. If he stays at Villa, fair play, but I want to see him in the Champions League. I want to see Jack Grealish playing in the Champions League, and I want to see him playing in it next season. And I don't think Villa can't offer it next year. I don't know whether they ever can, but then again, you just don't know. The other player I want to talk about, Lewandowski. Lewandowski is now more and more being mentioned around Chelsea. He's been mentioned before. Don't sleep on the fact that Chelsea might try and do something with Erling Haaland. They're one of the clubs that actually can get a player out of Dortmund when they say they're not going to sell. That they could just go and blow everybody out the water with a ridiculous offer. But Lewandowski wouldn't take a ridiculous offer, and maybe Chelsea might look like a few clubs are looking at. I mean, I think even United with Cavani for another year are thinking next summer, let's go for Haaland. I think Chelsea might do that. Maybe they get Lewandowski in for a year and then they go, let's get Haaland in, or something like that. They've even been linked to Gerard Moreno, who plays for Spain and Villarreal. So Chelsea are definitely going to buy a striker. I think it's quite interesting because Chelsea will try and get the ultimate striker. I mean, imagine Lewandowski ahead of Mount and Grealish. That would be very exciting to see. So I think Chelsea are going to be a very, very interesting club in the striker that they go for. Talking of which, Harry Kane again last night. Let's not talk about his England form much. Let's talk about where he might be going this summer. I look at Harry Kane over these last 3 games and I think, if I'm Man City, if I'm Man United, if I'm Chelsea, I'm looking at Harry Kane in the last 3 games and I'm going, that's what can happen if it goes wrong. That's what can happen. But something's not right with Harry Kane. Now, is he carrying an injury? Is the tactics? Look, I think Harry Kane's one of the best strikers in the world. I think he's been one of the biggest disappointments in the Euros. Now, there's worse players than him, but he's not scored a goal in 3 games. He should have scored last night. But apart from that, not a lot going on. So in defence of Kane, I would say the tactics are ridiculous. He wasn't even in the box. He wasn't in the 6-yard box for that Grealish cross because he's getting involved too deep. He's almost playing like a 10. You don't need... I mean, this is tactics. Harry Kane should be told, don't drop deep. I know you do it for Spurs and I know you've got loads of assists, but you're a number 9. We don't need you to drop deep. We've got Foden, we've got Grealish, we've got Mount. We don't need you dropping deep. Get on the last man and I think you'll score more goals. But yeah, I mean... Is anyone going to buy Kane this summer off the back of a not great Euros? I mean, look, I think England might be out next week. Is he going to score in that game? I don't know. But we were speaking about Kane yesterday. He will be interesting. And also Ronaldo. I mean, I saw a story yesterday about Ronaldo, and it's a massive game for Ronaldo. He has got 3 goals in this tournament, but tonight probably won't be his last game. I was on Twitch last night. We were going through the permutations. Unless Portugal lose by 3 clear goals, they'll probably still go through as 3rd place best goal difference, because there's Ukraine and Finland who've got worse. They've got -1 and -2 goal difference. I think Portugal have got +1. So if they lose 3-0 to France, they'll go below, I think it's Ukraine with goal difference. So Portugal probably will stay in the tournament, which will help Ronaldo and his Golden Boot quest. But I do think they'll lose to France tonight. Ronaldo, where's he going to go? Well, I think he's going to go. There was talk of Messi and Ronaldo at Barcelona. I don't know where Barcelona are going to get the money from that. I thought it was very speculative. But, it's a bit like an NBA All-Stars game, isn't it? It would be lovely to see Ronaldo and Messi playing together, but I don't see that happening. I do think Ronaldo will move. Where he's going to go, well, looks like PSG are going to get Hakimi. They've got Ramos. They've got Wijnaldum. They're having a big rebuild there. But would they go for Ronaldo as well? I think they would do if they could. I mean, PSG are doing business this summer, so I still think that's probably his best destination. Anyway, thanks for smash a like on the video and subscribe. What's your thoughts on Grealish, where he could end up? Do you think he will move? Lewandowski at Chelsea, is that more likely than Haaland? Who do you think the strikers are going to be that Man City and Chelsea get? And also, Ronaldo, where do you think he's going to go? And remember, we've got both watch-alongs, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Big games. Big interest in both the games being played at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock in relation to final group placings. And remember, get BT. Links in the video description. Big shout out to BT for sponsoring our show this morning. You can get your BT packages and all that jazz through the link in the video description. Check it out. Loads of sports to be interested in. And of course, Europa League, Arsenal, Champions League for big clubs. Links in the video description. Thanks everyone for watching.